What's up, guys? Luke back again with another Gaming Week in Review podcast where we talk about the things that have interested us in the world of video games each and every week. If you like this kind of content, do me a favor and smash that like button as well as subscribe with bell notifications turned on. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Ubisoft is now basically announced that they are working on a new open world Star Wars game. There's not a whole lot of information on this, but as you guys probably already know, EA has been the sort of the holder of the Star Wars licensing as far as games go. Disney and EA made a contract a long time ago, and they had been making the Star Wars games for the previous, I don't know, probably 10 years, maybe 5, 7, 10 years. And we've had some pretty cool stuff come out. We've also had some duds. The Star Wars Battlefront remakes, I've heard a lot of hit and miss with those games. A lot of people were very upset when the second game came out and it was like a pay to play sort of thing, and it was just bad vibes around Star Wars games early on. But they did redeem themselves as of late. Star Wars Fallen Order, made by Respawn, was an absolute masterpiece in my opinion. If you like Dark Souls and you like Star Wars, go and play Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. It's an amazing game. I actually want to revisit that game because it is really that good. And it's been a couple of years now since I played it. Also, they came out with Squadrons as of late, which was met with good reviews as well. It's kind of like a gunfighting sort of, Star Wars game. You're doing majority of the stories. You're flying around in your X-Wing and taking out TIE fighters. It also had a VR mode, which was great. And anytime they implement VR into 2D games, I think it's a wonderful thing, and it's a great way to kind of bring the VR community and the flat gaming community, I guess, together, and it just opens new doors. There's two ways to play it because we can't always do VR, so it's really nice. So I'm really excited for this one. Ubisoft is going to be doing this, and there are currently, this is according to IGN as well, there are no details on when the game will launch, on what platforms, or what slice of Star Wars universe it will explore. The game will be built using Ubisoft's own Snowdrop engine, which is best known for the tech behind the Division series. So if you guys have ever played Tom Clancy's The Division 1 or 2, you know that it's a kind of a massive online multiplayer game where you can get together with your buddies and go and do quests and tasks. It's more of a co-op sort of game. And if that is any indicator what the Star Wars game is going to be like, I think it's going to be a absolute hit with a lot of people. So this one I'm pretty excited for. Hopefully they don't drop the ball on this one, but hey, this is a developer that's been doing pretty good as of lately. Ubisoft, not a whole lot of negative for me in the recent future to say about them. They've been doing pretty good with their releases. I can't think of a whole ton of games that I dislike from them. So I'm excited. Hopefully, we will get more information soon. From this quote, it really sounds like they are early, as in like the ink hasn't even dried on the contract yet, as far as development goes. So expect this one to have many updates in the future and not be coming out for many years to come. Stalker 2 got a development update. If you guys don't know what the game Stalker is, Stalker was a PC release game back in the mid 2000s, early 2000s. I think it came out in 2007 was the main release. And this game was a PC only release, so if you haven't heard of it, that's probably why. But among the PC community, this was a very good game. It's an open world sort of Fallout style game, but it's based in real world location. It's based in Chernobyl, Russia. So it's a real world location. And it's an open world game, first person shooter, and it was a very well acclaimed game. So this game had a big community, and now it's finally getting sort of a Xbox console release. I was actually really surprised that Stalker 1 never got any kind of a port or anything to console. It was a PC only release, which is just really interesting. And this one is basically so this news piece is just a update as far as where they're at. This one has been in development for a very long time. It's going to be a console exclusive, so you know, anytime you get an exclusive from Xbox, it's definitely a good thing. And it's a survival horror it's a survival horror genre, but it's open world at the same time. According to GSC Game World, Stalker 2 development is progressing smoothly on PC and Series X. I'm sorry, it's not exclusive to console. It's Game Pass exclusive. While a release date has not been nailed down yet, the studio reiterated that Stalker 2 will hit Xbox Game Pass the same day it launches on both platforms. The game is slated to release in 2021 still. So this one is not going to be a whole super long time to wait. So I want to start to sort of report on it now, because it is one that just me exploring it. I haven't played the first game because I'm not really a PC gamer, although I mean, this is kind of compelling me to at least try it. I do have a PC that can definitely run it, so maybe I will explore it a little bit more depending on how excited I get about the second game. But it's definitely something for you Fallout fans, fans of big open world, sort of post-apocalyptic games like this. I think you guys are going to have an absolute blast with it, and it's definitely one to have on your radar if you're into survival horror and open world. Okay, this next one really just hit my funny strings, just hit my heartstrings a little bit too. And this is it's a small game. It's a web-based game, and it's called 2020 The Game. If you haven't checked this one out, we'll have a link down in the description so you can go over and check it out. It was a one guy. He took 6 months set aside to develop this game, and I had an absolute blast with it. It's not long at all. It's like a 5-minute long game, but it just kind of gives shines a funny light on a pretty horrible year. I've said this before, for me 2020 wasn't all that bad. I was able to play a lot of games. My business was thriving because I was the cure to boredom, but that's not how everyone was. Actually, there was a lot of people that were suffering because of quarantines and lockdowns, and just not being able to provide for their family, and government not being able to basically take care of the same people that they told can't go outside or work or do anything that is remotely fun outside of their house. So, it was just a really horrible year for a lot of people. But this is kind of a funny little look on the game, or a funny little look on the year. And it ends really well, and it's a one guy team. He basically put this together, and at the end of the game, it just kind of asks for your support. I don't know, it really hit me, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. This is one guy, and when he asks for your support and you click on the donate thing, which I did, through the guy $10, he says, this is his message. He says, "Hi, I love you." And, that's awesome. "I am excited that you want to support me. My name is Max Garkovy, and I absolutely loved making this video game for you. And the fact that you love my game and want to donate to me makes me filled with joy. I think there's a little broken English here. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm going to make this super easy for you because I love you and no one has time for too much details. I currently work at a boring office job in a big corporation, and every day I wonder if I should take the plunge and quit my job to pursue making games. Do you think I should? 2020 game is the attempt to prove to myself that I can pay the bills with my games, so the fact that you want to support me means the world to me. Thank you again so much for playing and talking and taking this super fun ride with me. I love you, and it's Love Max. Man, he said I love you freaking 4 times, guys. This guy, I don't know, this hit me after playing the game and getting some joy out of it. It's hilarious. Like, guys, go and check it out. It's definitely worth the 5 minutes that you'll spend playing it. I gave the guy $10. He's really close to his goal, which is like 35,000, I think, was for 6 months worth of work. I think that's a fair income, for a small game developer that spent 6 months, putting this game together, probably a lot of hours making this. So I think that's really cool. And, I want to see this guy. If this guy can make a game that gave me that much joy, that's only 5 minutes long, I would love to see what he could do with the right funds and basically not having a side hustle, but it's now his full-time thing. I think there's a lot of potential with this Max guy. So, if you like it and you enjoy it, consider donating to him. Limited run news this week, as in every week, guys. We have our limited run news, and the first thing that we will be talking about is Last Chance Games. Panzer Paladin is our first game. This is a game that actually I missed because the week that was it was New Year's or Christmas week, something like that. I missed a week of the podcast, and I do apologize for that. But this game actually came out during that period in time, and this one is its time is running up, so I actually didn't report on it. I don't remember reporting on it. And once again, it's Panzer Paladin. This is an 8-bit style side-scrolling hack and slash, and it reminds me a lot about of Shovel Knight. If you guys have ever played the platformer Shovel Knight, where you have your shovel and you kind of like go down on the enemy instead of like from the side, it actually adds that mechanic and much more. It's very 8-bit style with the sprites and like the small but big sprites, and it just looks like a real blast. Also, it has a ton of weapons that you can pick up. A big thing just watching some information on it was you can actually create your own weapons too, which is cool. You can like create your own axe or sword or maybe shovel with the pixel art. So it's like you make them pixel by pixel, and it just looks like a really cool game. So if you're familiar with the game and you want to get a physical edition for it, this is going to be a Switch only release. It's gonna have a standard and collectors. The standard is $29.99 and the collectors is $59.99. $39.99 and the collectors is $79.99. The Panzer Paladin Collector's Edition includes a physical copy of Panzer Paladin with a reverse cover slip, a 4 CD pack including original and classic 8-bit tracks, premium metal figures of Flame and Grit, a 18 by 24 reversible poster, and it's housed in a outer box featuring unique cover art. The pre-orders end on Sunday, January 24th at the stroke of midnight. And then also, guys, as far as Last Chance goes, there is a ton of LPs and CDs that are on Last Chance right now for a variety of different games. If you like soundtracks, go and check them out. I'm not going to list them here. And new this week is we got a couple of really cool retro style ones new this week. The first one is Ground Zero Texas Nuclear Edition. And this is a PS4 and Sega CD release. And I'll get into the details here in a second. The PS4 version has a standard version that's $34.99 and a classic edition, which is $59.99. And this is a FMV game from the past, guys. This is a game a lot like Night Trap, where it's basically a video, pre-recorded video. It was like really big back in the 90s, where they turned it into a game, and it's very cult classic sort of vibe going on. I mean, if you grew up with it, I think you'll absolutely love it. If you didn't grow up with it, well, it's got some charm. It's got a little charm. I think it'd be kind of fun to just like watch the whole thing just unfold, and the corny acting and like the 90s special effects. It was like a 90s B movie, in game form. That sums up FMV games. 90s B movie in game form. It sounds terrible. I'm doing a horrible job of selling this game, but that's what it is, guys. That's what it is. So this one is pretty cool though. And the Nuclear Edition, Classic Edition includes the limited run Ground Zero Texas Nuclear Edition on PS4 game, reversible cover, oversized long box format box that fits in our Night Trap, Double Switch, and Corpse Killer Classic Editions. Okay, different. Original soundtrack of physical CD, a metal mini license plate. I think the license plate is kind of cool. Like, legit, if you're a collector of license plates, this would look super cool in your collection. Ground Zero Texas decal, a reversible 18x24 poster, and a full game script. And being a guy that, I write scripts all the time for YouTube. Whenever we do a video, pretty much any video aside from these are scripted. Even these are scripted. I have outlines as far as what I'm going to say inside of my notes. A lot of it is off the cuff and off the script, but I have an outline of the pacing and the direction of each podcast. So being a guy that writes my own scripts, I think it'd be fun to just have the script from this silly 90s B movie. Maybe I can learn a few things about being corny, like funny corny. So, just for the script, I think this is really cool. So that's the PS4 version. As far as the Sega CD version, this comes in a standard long box style Sega CD style case for $39.99, or a premium edition for $69.99, $30 more. And the premium edition comes with the same items from the previously mentioned classic edition on the PS4, except the box is different and the game is a standard size jewel case instead of a long box style. So if you want that long box style and you want the stuff from the premium edition, you kind of got to buy both, unfortunately. I don't know exactly why they went with the standard jewel case for the game case, because a lot of those Sega CD games were long box, but that's what they did. This game is going to be released on Friday, January 22nd, one day after the recording of this video. So by the time you see this, it'll probably already be live, and this will be a 4-week pre-order. So no need to wake up early with the coffees flowing. The next game is Night Trap. And this one, for new this week, this one is a total head scratcher. I feel like they've released Night Trap like 200 times on Limited Run, dude. It feels like every like couple months they're like, I don't know what to do. Let's release Night Trap again in some different format. So if you haven't been able to pick up Night Trap and you still want it, well, they've re-released it once again, and now it's in its original format on Sega CD. It's a Sega CD week over at Limited Run Games. But let me know in the comment section below if I'm missing anything. But I feel like they've released Night Trap on like PS4. They've released it on Switch. They've released it like on PC. And now they're releasing it on its original platform again, Sega CD. I feel like for the fourth time. Like, I feel like they've released it on Sega CD before, but maybe I'm a little confused. This one's once again, it's gonna be a Sega CD release only, and it will have 3 different versions. The first version is your standard Sega CD long box. Second is a premium version, and the third is a Sega CD 32X version. And just to clarify, this is not a cart. From what I could read, Sega CD 32X, it's not a cart. It's just Sega CD style with Sega 32X style on the Sega CD long box. So it's a CD, but it's 32X style. I don't know, man. I don't get it, but you know, it's there. So you can get it in Sega CD box with 32X styling if you'd like, and that's $39.99. The Night Trap Sega CD Premium Collector's Edition includes Night Trap for both Sega CD and Sega CD 32X on 4 discs. Premium foil collector's box, it just gets more confusing by the second. Original soundtrack on physical CD, reversible 18 by 24 inch poster, commemorative metal coin. These are kind of cool. I kind of like these coins that Limited Run's been doing. I feel like it's a cool collector's item that you could kind of do like you do with their cards, is, you know, put them in a binder somewhere to collect dust, but they're just really cool. I don't know. I think it's a nice little touch. It comes with an enamel pin, a Night Trap re-edited as a movie. That's actually really cool. It's basically the entirety of Night Trap, just like with all the FMV video game side of it, just like taken out. So you can sit back on your couch and watch a 90s B movie in Blu-ray format. I think they really hit it there. That's pretty cool. And it's going to be released Friday, January 22nd, same as the aforementioned game. And it's going to be a 4-week pre-order as well. So no need for coffees flowing. That's going to do it for Limited Run news, guys. Now the best has been saved for last, and I want to talk to you guys about the Resident Evil Village showcase, and there's a lot to go over here. So I kind of want to like slow down a little bit and just hang out with you guys a little bit. This game I am very excited for. It looks super creepy. It looks super puzzly. It looks super fun. And it just has a little bit of that Resident Evil 4 charm. This one actually, so this showcase basically gave us new gameplay, gave us a release date, told us about collector's editions, deluxe editions, CD soundtracks, exclusive demos, yada, yada, yada. The release date is going to be May 7th, 2021. It's available for pre-order right now. And heads up, I went and checked. I couldn't find the collector's edition anywhere as far as listed. I don't think it's been listed yet, but stay on this. If you want the collector's edition for this thing, it's going to go fast, and it's going to be probably $500 on eBay the day after it sells out. So if you know you're going to want the collector's edition for this thing, stay on it. Keep checking. It will eventually pop up on retailers. And I know this guy is going to be looking for it too. So I'll let you guys know how my how everything is going once I find out more. This one, once again, it's available for pre-order right now for Xbox One, Xbox Series X, PS4, and PS5. All these versions too, guys, are going to be released at the exact same day. Day in and out, day in and day out, or whatever they say, day one throughout, or whatever their verbiage is for that. It will be on both systems. And if you buy the Xbox or Xbox One or PS4 version, you get those upgrades for free. So you can get the PS5 version for free. I love that they're doing that now. Thank you, Xbox. So new gameplay footage in a tour of the village. They basically took us into the village's gameplay, and they've added a blocking mechanic, which I think is way overdue. Just being able to shoot and not having that ability to defend yourself has been, it's a thing that's in games, and we just kind of, we expect it at this point. But it's really nice when they add a blocking mechanic like that. So that's kind of innovative, and I thought it was worth mentioning. Also, there's crafting! Yay! Yay for crafting. I love crafting and inventory management in Resident Evil games, so this one is not going to disappoint. We're going to have both of those things. Also, there's going to be a lot of variety as far as enemies go, and different enemies, they made sure to emphasize during the showcase, different enemies are going to react differently, and you're going to need to change up your strategies for each. So it's not going to be sort of straightforward as with past Resident Evil games. There's going to be a lot of variety as far as enemies go. In this one, you probably already know this, but you're going to be playing as Ethan Winters, the same protagonist as Resident Evil 7. So this is kind of a continuation of the story, and they're bringing back merchants. So you remember Resident Evil 4, the merchant that would sort of pop up periodically as you're going through the game. What are you looking for, stranger? That guy. There is going to be a new style of merchant, and it's a big old fat guy, sort of like me. And it's kind of interesting, kind of a different choice, but I think it works. It's very quirky. It's very creepy, funny, creepy, kooky Resident Evil. So I think it works, and it's really exciting. I love buying from the merchant in Resident Evil 4, so they're bringing that back. This one's going to have multiple different editions. There's obviously the standard edition, and then there's the deluxe edition, and a few more. But I want to talk about this deluxe edition for a second. So the deluxe edition includes in-game items such as safe room music, max difficulty mode. What is that? Save device recorder. Okay. Mr. Everywhere. It's a little bobblehead, sort of like gun bling. Found footage RE7 filter. So when you find footage and you play it back, you can put a filter on it that makes it look like RE7. That is something really iconic. I don't know. Albert01 Chris, don't have any comments on that. I think it's a special gun, maybe. The Tragedy of Ethan Waters, and there's zero information on this, but I'm assuming it's a digital book, maybe diving into the lore of Ethan Waters. And they're going to ask you for $20 extra or more for this deluxe edition. And I think it's an absolute ripoff from the pit of hell. And I think it should be avoided at all costs. Dude, max difficulty? How dumb. Safe room music? A save device recorder so your save device looks a little different? How lazy is the deluxe edition to this thing? I mean, no wonder they just glanced over it and they're like, okay, moving on now to the collector's edition. And don't get me started on the collector's edition. Well, I'm gonna start on the collector's edition. Here we go. The collector's edition includes the collector's box. Cool. It's a lot like Resident Evil 2 and 3 remake, where they were in, I think they were in chests, right? They were in safe room chests. And this one looks a lot like that. It's a collector's box this time. Comes with a Chris Redfield statue. Okay, pretty cool. It comes with an art book, a poster map, which is always fun, a lot like the Resident Evil 3 Collector's Edition. And this is where it gets a little bit confusing. Okay. It comes with a steelbook and a product key. Wait. So it comes with the steelbook and a product key. I wonder what the product key contains. Does the product key contain a digital copy of the game? And riddle me this, Capcom. Is there a game inside of that steelbook? It's very vague, and I feel like they're going to pull a Cuphead on us and give us a digital code in our freaking collector's edition. I hope to God that they don't. But from the sounds of it, you may need to buy the standard edition and the collector's edition in order to get a physical game in your steelbook. Please correct me in the comments. I would love to be wrong on this one. But from the sounds of it, collector's edition doesn't come with a physical copy of the game. And that really me off, okay? That makes me mad. But, you know, hey, whatever. I hope I'm wrong. Moving on now. Okay. They are also going to be offering a Resident Evil 7 and 8 complete bundle. So basically, you can play through, if you don't have either one, you can buy the complete bundle, and it comes with 7 and 8. I'm assuming at affordable price. Resident Evil 7 will probably be the Biohazard edition, so it'll have all the DLC, all the extras included in the game, so you can play 7 before 8 comes out. And with games like this, I feel like it was sort of like with me with The Last of Us Part 2, I wanted to go through and play through The Last of Us Part 1 right before Last of Us Part 2 came out, just so I could be fresh. Story could be fresh in my mind. So I think that's kind of cool. Hopefully it's affordable though, but if it's not, that'd be kind of weird. Also, it's gonna have a few pre-order bonuses. The first one is a Mr. Raccoon weapon charm. That's what they're calling them, weapon charms. They're basically just little things that dangle off your gun. And you can they're like gun bling. Kind of cool. And a survival resource pack. Now, this doesn't upset me as much as the deluxe edition because it's just a pre-order bonus. Like, the deluxe edition should just be, all that stuff should just be a pre-order bonus. Like, it shouldn't be you pay extra for software garbage, you know, that's like so easy. It's like you flip a switch and you have max difficulty. Like, difficulty shouldn't be like behind a paywall. Like, that just confuses me. But you know, the survival resource pack, that's cool. So it just kind of gives you a bit of a boost. And then the Mr. Raccoon weapon charm, that's fun if you're a fan of the previous Resident Evil games. It's just kind of a neat little harkening back to the original. We're gonna get weird again. There's a PlayStation Store exclusive pre-order exclusive digital soundtrack for RE8. This feels like another thing that should have been included in the deluxe edition and shouldn't have been locked down to PlayStation only. Interesting choice there. Another interesting choice. There's going to be an exclusive to PlayStation 5 demo that came out today. This would make sense business-wise. It doesn't make sense no matter what if you're a gamer. But this would make sense business-wise if we had enough PlayStation 5s to go around. It'd sell systems. Okay, right on. Get the exclusive rights to this Resident Evil Village demo. And the big Resident Evil nuts are going to go out and buy a PS5 if they've been holding out. But right now, you still can't find PS5s. It's like virtually impossible for a lot of people, especially like myself that work a lot. So why are you doing exclusives? Like, this makes 0 sense. It makes less than 0 cents that it'd be... Why would you waste your money in doing an exclusive PS5 demo? The good news, though, the silver lining with this is they did mention that they want all platforms to be able to enjoy the Resident Evil demo, so they will be releasing one closer to launch in spring 2021 that is going to be available on all platforms. I just think the whole exclusive thing has gone really far with these companies. An exclusive demo? What? Not even the full game? You know, and I think it's just kind of gotten a little bit out of control, but that's my personal opinion. We also got an announcement for a new venture into the online multiplayer. I don't know if you guys remember, but Resident Evil Resistance was a dumpster fire as far as multiplayer goes. But they are doubling down now on the Resident Evil Online. They just want to get more money. But this one looks a little better. It looks a little more fast-paced. It looks a little more balanced as far as gameplay goes. And a little more in-depth, maybe. It's going to be called RE-verse, as in reverse, but Resident Evil verse. And it's a Resident Evil online multiplayer game with a ton of iconic characters from the Resident Evil series. Claire Valentine, or Claire Redfield. I'm bombing. The Valentine chick. Leon, and a bunch of other characters, as well as Nemesis, and I'm assuming Mr. T, Jill Valentine, and a bunch of other characters from the Resident Evil series. And you know, before you get out your pitchforks because I'm missing these names, just know I'm new to the Resident Evil series, okay? This is new for me. I'm still learning names, all right? So there's going to be a bunch of these characters in it. It's going to be a sort of a celebration of 25 years of Resident Evil games, and it looks like it's pretty fun. It's probably geared towards kind of the Dead by Daylight sort of crowd, but it looks like it's got a little bit of a faster pace, and they had some, you know, funky music playing as you're doing it. It's kind of like, looked like it was a vibe where you can kind of get into a groove and like rack up a lot of kills or something like that. So definitely looks interesting. I look forward to checking it out because I will be owning Resident Evil Village on day one, and it comes free with the game, which is cool. It's sort of like the Resident Evil Resistance, only maybe a little bit better. Also, Tom Clancy's The Division 2 is going to have some Leon outfits and skins, just kind of a collaboration there. And it made me think, what if Fortnite did a collaboration with Resident Evil before launch? I think that'd be super cool. I'd love to play as any of the Resident Evil characters. Like, you could put all the Resident Evil characters in Fortnite and call that the RE-verse Resident Evil multiplayer game, and I'd be down with that. But hey, more games, the better. And then also they did just kind of remind us that Resident Evil Infinite Darkness, which is a CGI Netflix exclusive, will be coming out this year. So for you Resident Evil fans that wants to see a cinematic Resident Evil game or a movie or show done right, I feel like this one's going to be really good, and it's a Netflix exclusive. A lot of us already have Netflix. Dude, comment of the freaking week!
week. It's the comment of the week. It's the comment of the week.
And this week's comment of the week comes from James Harley. He commented on my Switch refurbishment or overheating repair video. By the way, guys, that video has amassed almost 4,000 views, and I just want to thank you guys so much for your subscriptions as of late. We've been killing it on the YouTube channel, and I thank you guys so much for the growth that's come from you. I'm glad you're enjoying that Switch video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, and you're watching this video, you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing because I hear you guys, and the repair videos are coming. Believe me, they're coming. I need to free up some time, and we are in the middle of the move with the store, but I'm going to be doing more Switch repair videos, more Xbox Series X, PS5, and then all the other stuff from PS4 and down, all the way to probably NES, Game Boy, all that stuff. So more repair videos. I hear you guys. We're going to be bringing those very soon, so definitely subscribe with bell notifications turned on so you can keep your Switch running in top shape. So James Hurl said, I understand. Oh my gosh, I got mixed up. I'm so sorry. This is actually with the Crep Chief Notify podcast that, by the way, is getting a ton of views. Still has over 1,000 views, and that's a lot for this small channel, guys. Everything I previously said, I still mean, but this one was actually on the Crep Chief Notify podcast. Hey, it wouldn't be an 8-bit video if there wasn't some mistakes made, so bear with me. But he basically, in the podcast, I basically talked about my experience with Crep Chief Notify and how it wasn't a very positive one, but he kind of shined a different light on it, and I think it's valuable for you guys, as well as myself. And he said, I understand you are frustrated because you thought it was a bot service. But I joined this group and got myself a PS5 within 2 days thanks to them. So I would recommend 100%. James Harley, thank you so much for doing what I've been hoping people would do for a very long time. You kind of combated me a little bit in a respectful and awesome way, and you shared your personal experience, and I thank you so much for that comment. And I'm so glad and so stoked that you were able to grab you a PS5 within 2 days of joining Crep Chief Notify. Makes me kind of want to try it again and see if I can get one outside of it being a bot service. So maybe I can set aside some time. And thank you for the encouragement for myself and anyone else that is considering maybe checking out the service and, learning more about it. But that's going to do it for this week's podcast, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you got value out of this video, do me a favor and smash that like button as well as subscribe with bell notifications turned on. But that's enough for me, guys. I want to hear from you now. What do you guys think about the new Stalker game? Did you play the original while it was on PC? Also, Resident Evil Village. Are you stoked for that? What did you think about the showcase? Do you think there's some validity to what I'm saying as far as the collectors and deluxe edition? Do you think it's a little bit fishy, or are you okay with it? You trust Capcom as a brand? And lastly, guys, have you checked out the 2020 game yet? Go and check it out. Link in the description. If you did it make you laugh? Let me know in the comment section below. But until next time, guys, Luke from 8-Bit Plus signing out. And I'll see you in the next one. God bless.